Good morning. How many are looking at life so differently now? And, when I look out there, I realise we've all come such a long way. And we should be so proud of ourselves because, my God, it's been a journey and a half. And yeah, the energies are really high today in the Schumann residence. And even the night before, I had the most vivid dream. I was in the back seat with my father of a car, with my mother, and there was one of my daughters, and they were having a full-on conversation with him. And I looked at him and I said, "They can see you." And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "How's that possible? Have we shifted?" And he just smiled at me. And I said, "This is the most incredible thing." I said to him, it's not only for, like myself, I can see him now, but to know that our family and friends are going to see one another. When they've passed on as well. The vibration that I was talking with my father at the time, it was really hitting me as in, wow, we've got here. And he just smiled at me and he said, "Yes." He said, "They can see me and hear me just as well as you can." And I just looked at him and I said, "We've made it. We've really made it." So I just want you to hold that, because I woke out of that sleep, but it took me a while to come down to ground myself from that, because the reality was so strong. And it's something that I will never forget. And, just even thinking of it now, I can feel myself still in the back of the car. And another concept I look at is that where do we go when we do go to sleep? Is it that we go back where we're actually from and we come here to learn? Is it what we've learned back there that we bring through, but the only way we can connect is to intuitively connect, to remember what we've learned back there, so then we can bring through? Are we not from somewhere else? Are there many, many different souls that walk upon this earth? Is it more of an experiment? The way in which I'm just tuning in right now while I'm talking is that when we, look at it, when we go, so when we pass on, and we will be remembered only by a couple of generations, because when we move on, parts of us, of our possessions go to our family, so they can remember us by. So our children will remember us. But the babies that were born or are about to be born won't remember us. That is that next generation, that's that next cycle that comes through. So we are only a photo in that next generation's life. They will be told of us and what we did. But it's up to that child to then continue it for when they have children. But from there, does it still continue? We're a memory in so many people's eyes. So what I'm trying to say here is, what are we worrying about? Because we're spending so many people are worrying about what's next. They are fearing, what if they do it wrong? What if I lose everything? Well, even if you did lose everything, you've already known how to get where you are. But you could go even further because you already know and you have the blueprint. I've seen this time and time again. And even in my own life, a situation had come about, and it wasn't on our fault, that we did lose everything. But I'll tell you, the growth in which we all went through was exponential. And knowing that it wasn't our fault, we hadn't done anything wrong, I knew in my heart that if I believed and trusted in myself and trusted in the knowing that it was caused to us, that the vibration of still holding what we had was able to come back. And it did, and it came back tenfold. That is the power of the tapping back into what you already know to bring forth. The growth in which my family went through is unexplainable. And had I had an insight, yes I did, but I couldn't pinpoint how it was going to roll out. I just had seen the scene. I already knew that it was about to happen, but to the extent, no, I couldn't tune it in. I just had to trust. And yeah, we had a toxic home. It had to be cleaned up, and we had to restart. And yeah, honestly, it gave me an insight to know how to stand up, know how to stand up for what I believed in, stand up for when I was not in the wrong, stand up on a belief and a trust. So what I'm saying here is why worry? Why put fear in front of you? If I had carried that vision of the fear that this was going to happen to me, I wouldn't get anywhere. I just parked it and went, okay, whatever, universe will teach me for whatever reason we've got to go through it. I look back now and I give massive gratitude for the teachings of what we've learned and the in-depth, because I look at our life back then and I, you know, it was like everybody else, totally fast asleep. But yeah, working on my gift. And because of going through it, it challenged me. It challenged me to go into myself in such a powerful way. The magnitude of what I was able to bring through was extraordinary. Now, if I hadn't have gone, our whole family, if we hadn't have gone through that, I would never have tapped into that side of myself. And there's no comparison of who we are now to whom we were. So trust in what the universe is showing you or putting you through. When the universe sees that you are on the wrong path, or the potential of where you can go is far greater. Honestly, trust in this reality. The reality that you hold on within, not the reality externally. That is only a vision of a perception of your thoughts. For me now, I don't hold on to the fear of what if. I holding on to the rope that's in front of me. because I see the clearing. I have it. I put it out into my mindset that this is an illusion that we're going through, and we're going through with a blindfold, but we have to feel our way. We have to let go. We have to let go of what we've been taught. Till then, how are you meant to move on? Because you look around you and you look at the ones that cannot see. They literally cannot see a new reality in front of them. They believe whatever is dished out is what they'll accept. There's nothing out there that feels right unless you've manifested it and you resonate to it. And when you go back into nature, you go back into what was, instead of what man has created us to believe in. Man has created us to purchase nice things, to get the best of the best of. No, it's when you go back, you go back within. You listen to the frequency of sound. You listen to when the sun rises, because that frequency of that sun then emanates out to the plants. And it is the birds that we hear, their frequency of their sound. So when you get up early morning and you witness and participate with the sun rising and the sound of the music that the birds sing resonates out to Mother Earth, and the seedlings and the leaves and the flowers absorb all that music and enhances their growth. Well, if it's doing that to nature, what is it doing to you? And are you missing out? Are you missing out on that sunrise? And honestly, I love it in the summer. I got myself, well actually the family, kayaks, and we go out in the water. But one thing I like to do is to go out when the sun is setting. And when I'm out there, the sound of nature is so loud. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And the stingrays where I reside are absolutely huge. They're just, mind-blowing huge. And during the day, you don't sense them because reality is, it's another frequency. It's loud in its own sound. But when you're out in nature, and most people are at home and doing their chores, whatever, looking after the children, cooking dinner, I'm out there on the water. And my abilities are so heightened out there. And so where the boats are, there's the birds that sit on there and they are just screeching and talking away, and it's so deafening, that sound. I find it fascinating when I go near them. And then sure enough, I sense there's something coming towards me underneath the water and then goes underneath the kayak, and I'm like, God, I shiver. But I would never have felt that during the day. But at night, when the sun sets, it activates another frequency. And that frequency is again, it heightens your abilities. So try the sunset, try the sunrise and sun gaze so many minutes before the sun comes up and the sun goes down. It heightens your awareness. And I have many people that go, I wish I could do what you're doing, but you will be able to. It's just discipline. It's just being in the right frequencies and being amongst nature. So I feed my soul. I feed my soul all of this, and you can too. So have a blessed day today, and I hope this again inspires you to go out in nature, because this is our key to whom we are right now. It's going back within, and you can too. I love you. Till next time.